Hey guys, I'm Ike. I'm a lead gen and automation expert, and I generated thousands of dollars in opportunities using cold outbound for myself and for clients. And real quick to show you that I'm not just talking and actually achieving results with cold email. Let's have a look at my instantly, and you see continuously over different campaigns I achieve higher reply rates and generate opportunities. And yeah, in this video, I will actually go through a real campaign I've built. It's gonna be this one here. 2.5% reply rate, and I booked 3 meetings from this campaign. And I will show you step by step how I actually built such a campaign to achieve up to 4% reply rates or even higher, as you can see in these ones I've been running. And yeah, this will be one take. I build the lead list with you. I write the copy together. I show you how I enrich and personalize the list and the copy basically. And then we set up the campaign together instantly. And I'd say we jump right in. So in this case, for this campaign, basically what we want to do is we want to reach out to B2B SaaS companies for our lead gen offer. And I just use my offer, which is called email outreach, as an offer and as an example. But I think there's still a lot you can learn from me going through it, scraping the leads, building the lead list, and so on. So yeah, let's get started. So basically, we want to scrape B2B SaaS leads. And how I always approach this, either I scrape the list from Apollo or LinkedIn Sales Navigator as a baseline and then work from there. So let's do it. What I use for scraping is Apify always. So either Apify or Leads Rapidly. And I use this scraper here. So Apify is a tool you can use to scrape data basically from all kinds of places. As you can see, this is like the store. They have all kinds of scrapers for almost anything. And also you can scrape Apollo, which is pretty cool to save a lot of money. So you pay $1.2 per 1,000 leads. And basically how it works, you go to Apollo, put in all the filters, and then put the search URL here, and then press scrape. And we want to target B2B SaaS companies, right? So the first thing we're gonna do is go into Apollo and set the filters for our search. If you're unfamiliar with Apollo, Apollo is basically a database of leads and a lot more than that, but that's mainly what I use it for. And the first filter we're gonna set is verified. We still need to verify the emails after we scrape them. Then job titles, we want to reach out to CEO and founder. And I keep this real simple here, and so we don't waste too much time on that. Basically, you can put all kinds of filters. We also want COO, for example, CMO, CMO, maybe also head of marketing, head of sales. But I leave it at that. Usually I would put more filters to get most leads, but just to save some time. Company doesn't matter. Location, I most of the time just go for the States and United Kingdom. If the lead list is really small, I also include other countries. And you can see how this cuts down to 1.1 million now. I want to target smaller companies. So we do 1 to 50. Or let's do 1 to 20 for now. Usually how I do it is I start with 1 to 20 and then I step up the campaign and maybe do the same search but with bigger companies. And industry, we want software. Computer software. Are there other ones? Nope. And to keep it real simple, we add some company specific keywords which will be B2B. So we only want B2B software. And we will probably need to filter after that one more time for B2B companies. because sometimes it could be just a marketplace, a B2B marketplace, and we don't want that. All right. So that's fine for now. And then basically what I do is I take this list of 3.8k leads, go into the scraper here. We just put a lead here, super simple. And then we say how many we want to scrape. And to like not scrape the whole list, I just put 100 now for this test. And then we work with this list. And let's see if the scraper is working. Oh, okay. We need to do a minimum of 500. I see. Then we do a 500. All right, and now the scraper is running. We get soon the 500 leads. Or nope. Okay, this seems like the scraper is down at the moment. Okay, then no problem. We use an alternative. I used to use Leads Rapidly, but it's quite expensive. So it costs $5 per 1,000 leads. It's pretty cool. It's a platform, works pretty much the same. You just put the link here and then you can say how many you want to scrape. And let's do just a 100 so I don't waste my credits. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Purchase. And then under transactions, you see past lists scraped. I just call this YouTube test. And then it's done. And we can download the list and put it into a sheet. So let's import the list here. And now we have our base list. So we will work from this list and improve it. So what I mean by that, all of these emails are like, probably there will be a lot of emails that won't be verified. That's part one. And then we want to personalize the outreach. And I show you exactly how I build like an outreach, like a personalization workflow in make.com. So we scrape their website, we personalize, we find their ICP, their industry and pain point and stuff like this. And I show you exactly how I built this workflow. And also real quick to show you how this looks like in the copy. So here's the first email, and then you can see basically how I personalize this. So personalize first line. I'd love to connect your industry with qualified ICP who are actively looking, and then pain point. The pain point they're solving. And what is your biggest challenge to find new users consistently? So that's basically super personalized, and I can show you how this looks like in the copy. Personalized first line, and then personalization inside the copy, which is pretty cool. So the next step for us, we have this list here. We want to verify the email status. We delete this one here, and how we do it. So pretty cheap service is Mails.so, because there's like a way you can get 250,000 free verification. So it's pretty cool when you're on a budget. And you basically never burn through these 250k of verifications. So that's sweet. And basically what I do is I just go to Mails.so, upload the list, put it here. Okay. And now it will verify the emails. And it's done. Okay, that's weird. Guess there's a bug. Okay, no. So 64 are deliverable, and the other ones are risky. So we download the results. And you could also implement this in a clay table and a workflow, which would make it way easier. But I mean, that's That's the on a budget approach, I would say. To save some clay credits. Okay. So now we will put in the verified lead list here. Alright, then we import the data basically, and we have this list of verified leads next to the original list. And now we can... Ah, my bad, one sec. This one. And now we have the verified emails basically that are deliverable and the raw lead list here. And I mean, that's pretty sweet when you have like a lead list of 10,000 or so. You can save a lot of money on operations or clay credits with this little hack. And basically what we're gonna do now, we have a we have a Excel formula that basically tells us which are verified and which are unverified. So real quick, here's the formula. And we put it in here, as you can see, and then it checks. Basically what it does is checks in the verified list if it's verified or not. And we quick need to change the name to just ver. Yep, that should work. Okay, no, there's a problem. Oh yeah, it checks for the last name, not the email, so this needs to be an E. Yeah, there we go. And then we can just drag this down. And now you see which email is deliverable, which isn't. We put a filter in here. Filter out the empty ones, and we just delete them. Boom. Okay, and now we have all the deliverable emails here. And yeah, that's the lead list we will work with to enrich and personalize, basically. And first thing before that, so we have this build the lead list and verify the lead list, basically. So step 1 is done. So the next step would be writing the copy. And I don't go into too deep detail, but I show you a little bit and explain a little bit the copy, and I think that could be helpful. So basically what I use is the framework, copywriting framework from Eric. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Nawalski. This guy here, this guy. The man, the cold email legend. So I use his cold email framework. So a lot to learn from this guy. And basically that's how most of my campaigns are structured from copy standpoint. So the first is the personalization, and then the second line for the first email is basically me explaining who am I, why I'm reaching out, and what I'm actually doing. And then he calls it like poke the beer question. So in this case, what's your biggest challenge to find new users consistently? That's like we touch on a pain point the client has. And that's exactly what I'm doing with this question. And then we have a case study and then a soft CTA. So that's email 1. Email 2 is we explain how we made this case study possible. And that's basically it. So this is how we made this case study possible. And then another soft CTA. And that's in the thread to email 1. And then the third email is a new email. So we put a headline again. And then it's basically us showing another case study touching on another pain point. So I'm reaching back out and then I show another pain point they could have, or another use case of this, which would be reducing the CAC. And then also we have this question again. What are your current costs to acquire a new user? And we also test this against another problem we are solving basically, and another pain point they are facing. And then the last email is the breakup email, where I say, hey, you might be busy. Would it make sense to connect with someone else at your company and who handles business development, blah, blah, blah. And like, I didn't design this copywriting framework. As I said, it's from Eric, but it works really, really well. And I mean, it makes sense. We touch on multiple pain points. We ask questions that is directed to their pain, and it just works super well. And then how I go about personalization. So I write this out, and then I usually see, so I write this out like this. I'd love you to connect your SaaS with your qualified businesses who are actively looking to blah, blah, blah. And then I see in there, okay, these are points I can personalize, and then I put variables there. And now it comes, the interesting part is how to build such a workflow to personalize the outreach. And I show you exactly how to build it. So basically what we're gonna do is, we don't need this stuff. We don't need it. We add ICP here. No, first we add the icebreaker. We add the ICP. We add industry. And we add the pain point. And now we build a workflow that gets all of these, and it's basically this workflow, and I show you how to build it. So let's build this from scratch in make.com. So it's pretty cool with Make. You can save really a lot of money. If you usually use Clay, you can, some workflows it's just smarter to build in make.com to save some credits. So the first step would be we need a Google Sheet module to get a row or search row, however it's called. Yep, search rows. And then we put the limit up so we get all rows. And then now we select this spreadsheet here, YouTube test list. And the sheet name is raw. And then rerun it. And now we have all the bundles basically with all the verified emails. And the next step is we want to enrich basically. And the first enrichment would be getting the website content, and we can later use this website content inside prompts to personalize the outreach. So we make a request, an HTTP request to get the website content. And what you can do is you can just put the website here and then you get the HTML content. But a pretty cool hack is we use this one here, Gina AI, and it gives you the website content ready to use for your AI. So I can show you how this looks like when we put in my website. And then you get the web content immediately, and it looks like that's ready to use for the AI basically, which is pretty nice. Okay, so let's copy this over. Let's copy the whole thing over to save some time. So basically the next part is we put in, that's just a formula, we put in the email to get the URL from the email. So in this case here it's Brian at IntelliCasting, and then it just outputs IntelliCasting.com. And I can show you real quick how this would look like. We run it once. Then it performs the HTTP request. Ah, shit. Yeah, okay, never mind. Oh, wait. Okay, we perform the HTTP request. We stop. Okay. Anyways, so in the data, here we go. In the data, now you see we have the content, which is pretty cool. And now we can start personalizing. So that's the first part. So Alright, the phone was ringing. It's another day, and let's continue this video. So basically what we have now is we scraped the website content, and now we can start personalizing. So real quick to show you in the original workflow, I added some other stuff, which we're not gonna do now, but which is helpful. So the first thing is a sleep module here, so we don't hit API rate limits. And then I added this prompt. It's basically a qualifier. And what it does, looks at the website content and tells me, is it actually a B2B website or not? So that's something you might consider when setting up such a workflow. We only want to reach out to B2B companies, and only if they're software and other stuff. For example, in this raw lead list, they could be marketplaces or something. And we want to filter out these, so that's helpful. But yeah, let's start with the personalization. And I real quick, it's not like rocket science, so I don't do it like super step by step. I just show you real quick how to do it, and I copy it over. So these are the elements we are using. So first thing after that, we will add a sleep module. So as I said, we don't hit rate limits with the API, and we put it to 10 seconds. So then the next prompt will be the one that writes the personalization, and I walk you through the prompt, and I usually adjust this prompt for each niche I'm reaching out to. So that's the prompt: generate a casual LinkedIn opener, input, name, company, headline, website, rules, start with really cool, love, amazing, impressed by, noticed, focused, focus on one key achievement or innovation, and end with figured I reach out. So that's basically it. And we just give some examples. We could also put these as an assistant. I mean, for this prompt it worked well, so I just left it there. And here are some examples how this personalization will look like. Amazing how Mesh is building an AI tool that actually helps the developers solve real problems like their self-healing coder that auto-fixed code comments. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not like crazy, but it just helps that the open rate increases. And then we give the AI like the data that will be used to personalize the outreach. So first name, then lead website data, which is this one here. Company name, headline, title. And let's see and how this will come off. We just do a quick test run. And we need to press save. Yep. Alright, so I just run it real quick for one example. Okay, there's something wrong. Oh, okay, yeah, we used the full name instead of the email. So that's bad. Let's use the email address. There it is, email address. And all right, so we get the stuff, scrape the email, the website. And you know what? I deactivate this sleep module real quick, so we don't have to wait forever. Yeah, okay, now it runs and it creates the personalization. Let's have a look at like 2 examples. If it looks good. With these personalization prompts, it's just fine-tuning over and over again. Like we write a prompt, check if it works, write another one, check if that's better. And let's see the results. Love how Intel casting is simplifying restaurant management for multi-location operators. Figured I reach out. Yeah, that's solid. I mean, that's a solid icebreaker. Love how Bloomku helps credit unions win design awards. Yeah, I don't know, but it works, you know, that's what it's all about. And here, obviously, you see the prompt is a little bit annoying as it puts output in front of the thing, so that's something we would need to change. or in the end, when we just put it to the Google Sheet, we can just replace it. So the next prompt is pretty cool. We figure out the ICP, the industry, and the pain point they solve. To then, as I showed in the copy, personalize this outreach with the placeholders. And oh Jesus, that's not really beautiful structured, but real quick I can tell you what this prompt does. So basically we give the website content and then say figure out the ICP, figure out their industry, and then figure out the pain point they are solving. And to make sure this works in the copy, they need to the prompt basically need to output to accelerate deals or to help transform companies. So it fits in the copy. Oh, here's the pain point. To automate campaigns. So that's an example, right? And then here we just put the website content. And ChatGPT, or in this case, Claude will output this as a JSON object. So we need to parse the result of the prompt here. And then we can use these three things. And let's run it again and to see how they come after it. So we run for 1 or 2 examples. Real quick. Personalization, ICP, industry pain point, and let's do another one. Okay, stop. Cancel. So here we have the results. ICP, restaurant managers, category, restaurant SaaS, pain point to optimize operations. Next one, ICP is credit unions, category is fintech SaaS, pain point is to design websites. And then we can put this inside the copy. So it works pretty well. And last step, we want to have these fields added. Let's refresh this. We want to add them to the YouTube Google Sheet. What's going on here? Let's update the row. Pick the update a row module. Select YouTube. Perfect. Now we just update a row with the icebreaker, ICP, industry, pain point. And we use the verified. Let's have a look at the sheet. Oh, okay, and the raw, we already did this part. Cool. So let's add the stuff here. Row number will be the raw. Row number will be the row number. And then we go down, 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 down. Icebreaker is this one here. ICP is here. Category is industry. Pain point is this one. Save. And now we can just run this. And now you will see this information will get added here. There we go. And then this annoying output here. So what we will do is basically use the replace. Minus in German. Damn. So it's suchen und ersetzen. Some German lessons, and then we can just say search for output, replace with nothing. And that's it basically. And then you can see the personalized first line, ICP, industry, pain point. And now when we jump into Instantly, let's download this as a CSV. Download as a CSV. And I can show you real quick inside a campaign how this will come off. So here we go. Let's create a new campaign. And we add leads with the CSV we just downloaded. And now you can do the following. Here's all the stuff, right? And then we need to add these as custom variables. Custom variable, upload. Okay. And now we can use the variables. That takes some time. There we go. Okay, we only used few, right? So now we can use the ICP, industry, icebreaker, pain point inside the copy with the variables. So here we go, ICP. And as I showed in the campaign I ran for this example, where is it? Here. Let's pick the first, just pick the first line. And then you can see, okay, well, we didn't done it for all leads, so it's not showing, but now you get the drill, right? So we have the personalization, we have personalized the industry, the ICP, and the pain point, and now the sentence is super personalized to them and relevant. And I stop the run here. So yeah, that's basically it, and how I approach building like a normal campaign, not like an evergreen campaign. I will drop a video on an evergreen campaign where we basically scrape based on a signal, and then we can just run it, have it in the background running, and add new leads to the campaign over and over again based on a signal. We'll drop a video on that, but that's just for a general campaign that performs really well. So yeah, I'd say if that was interesting to you, I appreciate a like, and if you subscribe, I will drop more videos around this topic, building campaigns, also in Clay. This one I just didn't make to show like a simpler example. And yeah, let me know what you think, and see you in the next video.